it's that tasty time of year. It's berry season, and I'm with Joelle at the Smith Berry Barn. And Joelle, you really have a lot of tips for us today about berries.
We do. We have our berry care tips that we hand out here at the store. Berries are the most perishable crop this time of year, so there's definitely a specific way that you want to handle them. If you're eating them within about 24 hours, you're okay, but if you're not, then there are some things that we want to do to help you make them last a little bit longer.
Oh, maybe sometimes they last more than 24 hours? It seems like they're always gone that first day.
Exactly, right.
So what do you do if you maybe have a whole flat you've come here and picked, and you have so many, then what do you do?
Right, so first thing you want to do is refrigerate them. Refrigeration helps to slow down the ripening process. They do continue to ripen a little bit after picking. We want to make sure that you don't wash them before you refrigerate them. You do that afterwards. And we have a technique for rinsing if you'd like to try it. So what we do is we float the berries in water.
Okay, oh, this is easy.
And just kind of give them a little stir gently to rinse off any field dust. We do not spray our fruit, so we generally can eat them without rinsing. But if you feel like you want to clean them up a little bit, you can do that. And then you just strain them out and let the water run off and put them in the colander.
Cool. And then I see paper towels, so we have to dry them before freezing them.
Depending on what you're doing, if you're freezing, you would then go ahead and lay them out on paper towels or a towel of some sort that you don't care about getting berry stains on. Let them dry. You could do a layer over the top of them as well.
Okay.
And then for future use, if you're not going to use them right now, then we would go ahead and teach you how to freeze them. So we freeze them on a cookie sheet, so that way they're individually frozen. And basically all you're doing is laying them out in a single layer.
Well, that makes sense because you want to make sure that when you put them in the little bags that they're easy to get out again once they're frozen and not a solid block.
Right. So you'll end up with a thin layer, loosely laid out. Freeze them for 24 hours just so that they're a little bit solid. And then this is what they would look like coming out of the freezer.
Oh, they look so pretty.
Yeah.
But they're sugared.
A little bit, although that's some of the water content. They do have a higher moisture content, so they will get a little bit crystallized. The more you can fill your container, either we use a Ziploc bag or any kind of freezer container, the fuller you can fill it, the less chance you'll have of this moisture creating here. And then what you do with them after you freeze them is up to you. There are certain things that work better. You can definitely make your jam after freezing, so if you can't get to your jam right away, you can do your freezer method here and then go ahead and make your jam when it's convenient. Also use them in smoothies and milkshakes. We make a syrup out of ours in the winter for our pancakes and crepes. Lots of different things you can do.
Now, Joelle, raspberries don't really have any stems. These don't. But what about like strawberries that have stems? What do we do with them?
So basically with the strawberries, you want to keep the stems on as long as you can. So when you're doing your rinsing, you would rinse them with the stems on, and then you would de-stem them after rinsing. Then you can go ahead and use them. Then we would freeze them that way. So we would rinse with stems, remove the stems, and then we would dry them and go ahead and put them on the freezer.
So just a little more step.
Exactly. Yep.
Well, I know at your store, and have a great store here, and you have some really good books that kind of help if you need more information, or your website is so great, and I know there's recipes on there and all the tips and what berries are you picking this week, so it's a really great website. Well, thanks so much. We always have a delicious time when we come.
Thank you.